Hey everyone. Give me a moment here while I get this thing organized. Last time I did this live broadcast, I was actually with my wife, and we just did it on our personal profile page. We recently combined our Facebook profiles together, and um, we did that because mainly there was a lot of things going on with Facebook we strongly disagreed with, but it wasn't just Facebook, but with people and things that we're seeing online. It just grew to a point of frustration, and so we decided to get things changed on up. This is an official in the Pursuit broadcast I'm doing. I do have an official channel on YouTube and Facebook that's called In the Pursuit with David Pearson. And I am including my wife's and my personal profile in with this one because I feel like that I also need to explain some things a little further in response to our last video that we did. And we did a video for fun. Wanted to joke around with people, but also let people know that we were combining our Facebook profiles because my wife is about ready to delete it. I was about ready to delete my profile. And thing is that she can and she'll be fine. I really can't delete my profile because I've been running ads on Facebook. But one of the things is that Facebook is not a real lucrative environment for my clients. And it's a discussion that I've had with a few of them before, several times, and I've told them it's just very much like a television commercial. And in fact, this past month, I have been debating on how am I going to communicate this with my clients to no longer run ads on Facebook. I have several reasons for doing that, but for people on my personal profile page, I had just made the comments public. Or made this video public on there, because if you want to comment, go ahead and comment. I can click and your comment will show up live on the screen. I want to give a little bit further explanation here. I'm going to tell you guys flat out where I stand politically, and I stand as a libertarian. It's not that it's a very important thing for you to know. But I'm one of those guys where it's just like, great, I admire that you have a personal opinion. I may agree or disagree with you. I'm not going to hate your guts for it. And life goes on. Stay out of my business, I'll stay out of yours. That's really how I think. This last week, with the events of Washington, D.C., probably disturbed me more than anything else that has been going on with Facebook. Otherwise, my disturbing issues I've been having has been mainly with Facebook as a company itself. And that's mainly because of my personal working relationship with them. It hasn't been, I wouldn't say that Facebook and my business has been really negative. I have expressed a lot of negative viewpoints about Facebook ads. And how they run a business. Now, if they just ran their business appropriately, I probably would appreciate them more. Now, when I say appropriately, I mean better customer service. I mean, if these guys tend to, they've never penalized my company before. I never received any strikes, never received any notices saying, hey, you're doing this wrong here. Nothing at all. If anything, with my business, I have... I'm a big stickler about following policy. Now, I have much more of a working relationship with Google than I do with Facebook. I mean, with everything that's going on down, believe it or not, I actually like Google a lot better. They have a fantastic customer service. They answer the phone. They answer my questions, concerns that I have. They help me through issues. And if there's any issues on their end, they let me know and I get things worked out. And we go off on our happy ways. I get customers, they get money. And that's how it works. But with Facebook, I'm going to be saying the key word here, but it's the truth. Hear me out. They're being very Nazi-ish like. Are they truly Nazis? I don't know. But with everything that's going down, it is. But please hear me out. Ever since the events of Washington, D.C., Facebook has been targeting other businesses for the issues, and now in recent news, it has been coming out that Facebook has actually hosted right wing right wing extremists had actually planned the protest events in Washington D.C. Through the Facebook platform. And now Facebook is going off in a full-blown panic mode. I am watching other marketing agencies. I'm watching other, not just marketing agencies, but other online personalities that are using Facebook for monetization or for advertising purposes. And they're all coming on out saying, whoa, Facebook kicked me off, or they demonetized me. One of the people who I follow, and I really greatly appreciate his opinion, is Tim Pool, and that's more on the political spectrum. I listen to the guy because the guy's more level-headed, but he doesn't really push out like, hey, you need to believe this way, you need to believe this way. He presents the stories and lets you think for how you want. And that's what I really like about following that guy. He just got demonetized on Facebook. Well, folks, before I go on in to tell you about what Facebook had just done to me, like I said, I have never received any strikes from Facebook, any warnings, any notices, or anything at all. I have personally been having issues with Facebook because they have single-handedly targeted a couple of my clients, and it's really annoyed me how they handled the situation. They would target a client as saying, hey, this client has violated Facebook policies on their business page. Like, okay, so I go and check out the business page. The business page doesn't have any policy violation flags. It shows it on my business software that Facebook provides, but it does not show on the client's company page. Like, well, this is funny. I see a green check mark indicating, hey, you're all good policy-wise, but then yet I see a red notice on my end saying that your client is in violation of our policies. So I tried to work it out with them directly since they were trying to let me know. And I called them up on the phone. I would go back and forth with an email, and the people that I worked with were absolutely fantastic. Been polite to them. They were polite back to me. They were definitely investigating this. And then it just got to a point to where this is part of our policy department that has declined. We're going to have to pass you guys to them. So once they got me to their policy department, Facebook had just flat out said, or their policy department did not give a reason, did not give a rhyme or reason, but they permanently banned my client's page. And they said because it violated the policy. It's like, okay, well, which policy? I'm here talking to you to figure out which policy is violated. I would love to fix it and discuss this with my client. Nothing. They responded back. We found that they had violated our terms. Nothing. And so I wrote them back a third time. It's like, hey, this isn't fair, you guys. I am here trying to fix the issue. You said that there is a violation and that I need to fix it. I came here to fix it. And then you said because it's not fixed, it's permanently banned. What do you think I'm here for? This is not good customer service. And I even went back to my main point of contact. It's like, hey, how am I supposed to do business with you guys when I'm going to you, when you say that my clients are in trouble and I'm presenting what that trouble is so that way we can get that issued address per your request, but then yet you just go off and permanently ban and kick us to the curb. Who does that? It's like you go into a grocery store and you're rude to a customer. It's like, hey, excuse me, sir, you're rude to a customer. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to be rude to a customer or offend them in any way. It was just an accident. I will step away and walk away. No, sir, you're going to have to get on out. I mean, what business does that? That's probably a terrible example, but you get the point that I'm saying here. It's really the way that Facebook does business is not ethical. That's the flat out truth. And I'm telling you that from a business standpoint. Now, when I had announced that, not announced, but when I mentioned that Facebook has been targeting people randomly, demonetizing online personalities or taking agencies or canceling agencies from running ads on their profile, guess what happened to me? I would like to share my screen with you on this. Dun, dun, dun. This can be an absolutely hilarious moment. I started to laugh when I saw it. I was like, holy cow. A bunch of people that I was following said this was happening to them. I come online to do my work. January 13th, I got no email, no messages, nothing. I come online to do my work. And as of yesterday, they restricted my account. Now, I got this nice shiny blue button right here that says request review. I've been through this process before with Facebook. And if it's their policy department, I'm not going to talk to an actual human being part of that. They're just going to just say, you violated terms, it's going to cancel. I am going to do that. Now, if I click on that button, and they come on back with good responses, and they say, hey, we did find that you're in violation, but let us fix it with you, I'll come on back and say that I'm wrong. But this is Facebook. But this is not it. I don't think this is why they canceled my account. Because like I said, ever since the Washington, D.C. moment and the news came out saying that Facebook is the actual location where the right-wing extremist groups who planned a D.C. protest went on, Facebook got into full-blown panic mode, demonetized people, and started canceling ad accounts with agencies. You know who I service? I service home improvement companies. Companies that do interior modeling and exterior modeling, legitimate services. And I've been doing this stuff for years. And these guys are targeting us. Like, okay, so I can bet you I know exactly why they were targeting me. Because on my personal profile, Lindsay and I, my wife, came out and did a video, and we had some fun. But not only did we have some fun with the video, which is the video right here, but since we're combining our accounts, we had some fun with the video announcing that we're combining our personal profile account. And my personal profiles account is tied to my business profile, which I just showed you there. Which, of course, here's a video. We are combining our Facebook profiles into one. After close to 12 years of marriage, we figured it's time to take the next step in our journey. And, of course, we're just being big nerds about it. And then we come up with this picture. Boom. And I put this headline there. In your face, Facebook. I could bet you anything. Those guys over at Facebook got way too sensitive. Maybe a couple of tears was being shed over there, and they canceled my account as part of that. If I was really thinking, you guys, if I was really thinking about that, then I should have seen it coming. But you know, even before I put that picture out, even before I did that video right there, I knew where all this was going. It's obvious. I don't care whether if you have a left viewpoint or a right viewpoint. You guys, Facebook is changing. Facebook, business-wise, Facebook is absolutely horrid when it comes to customer service. And I've already been planning on moving my customers away from this. I don't have enough customers on there anyways to really care. We're really profitable and we're really prosperous in other areas, especially for our clients, other than Facebook. Facebook, like I said, is like a television commercial. But I want to give you guys a heads up on that. Me doing this video, especially posting on my personal profile, I'm not going to be surprised if Facebook ends up canceling my profile, just with everything that's going on down. I would like to address Washington, D.C., though. Lindsay and I wasn't coming on board to cancel our accounts as a result of the Washington, D.C. riots, but more of as a result of how people were acting on Facebook that day. What happened in Washington, D.C. is absolutely horrid. It's terrible. We've seen worse things than that, but still, it's no excuse for what has happened in Washington, D.C. It should have never happened. But the way that we were seeing family and friends that day act, people who we knew that were friends with each other were going back and forth that day, and I see these things on my ads. They're at each other's throats, threatening each other. It's almost like I rather you stand in the same. Reading Facebook that day was like staying in the same room and listening to a group of people scream and yell at each other with no resolve. I felt like that we were in a war of words that day. Lindsay was really frustrated. She came on downstairs while I was working, and she hopped onto one of my other work computers, and she was about ready to delete her profile. I was like, hey, what's up? And she was reacting off of what was going on. Frankly, it wasn't everyone. We're friends with good people online. We really are. And not everyone was acting that way, but a good portion of people on our friends list was doing that. And we didn't think it was a really good, healthy environment. We love people to have fun. We love people to share memories. But I don't think it's good to have a social media profile for the sake of screaming and yelling at one another. All right, one of the things I didn't mention, hey, 3 areas where I'm broadcasting this thing there. I'm broadcasting on my Facebook business page, on my YouTube page, and on my personal profile page today. Don't worry, you guys hardly see these things coming on up here, but I figured you deserve, because of what we posted on personal profile, you deserve that. But this is also going in on my, this is my podcast that I'm streaming to as well there. So I just want to come out and be real. January 6th was a hard day on seeing friends and family at each other's throats that day. It did look like the world was melting down. And with how Facebook is reacting now, not just Facebook, but social media, we never liked Twitter, and I don't use Twitter anyway, so I don't care about those guys. Those guys should have been out of business a long time ago. But if I can just give any kind of encouraging words, let's be understanding. Let's be better than that, because I turn on the news, or I just come on social media, and I can't go a day without seeing the words or hearing the words civil war. Do you guys really want that? I don't. I really don't. I don't want to see that ever happen. And I would rather have us fight for peace. I'd rather have us fight to stand up for good principles rather than attacking one another with our friends and family. I know I'm preaching to the choir here when I'm coming to my personal profile page, and I don't mean to preach to the choir. I want to explain some things. I want to show some things what's going on. A few of my clients are actually friends with me on Facebook, so seeing that the account restriction, like I said, it's no surprise to me, and it's just going to make my job easier, and we can allocate their advertising budgets in other ways. So I'm not worried about that there. So if you guys are listening in on this and you're just learning about it now, hey, sorry, you're going to be getting an email to follow up with this too. But you guys, I really think these are important times that are happening right now. And if there's anything that we can do, we can be better than what's being displayed on TV. We can be better than what's being displayed on social media. Everyone on my friends list is good people. I know you guys are. And I know everyone who's listening and watching is good. My podcast is called Into Pursuit. It's called Into Pursuit for a reason. And I own the domain intopursuit.com because I am into pursuit. Ever since I got in my head injury, I've been in pursuit to improve my life, to improve my brain health. My brain health has improved dramatically, and now I am working hard to improve life for my family, life in the environment, and practically life in general. I'm going on a rant, but thank you for listening. Please take a moment, think twice. Thank God for what you have and for his blessings. I know I do. And you all have yourself a wonderful day. If we don't see each other ever again on Facebook, you know why. Y'all take care.